It started like any other night shift. I was working late at a downtown office building, finishing some paperwork before heading home. The elevators were old, rickety, and had a reputation among the night staff, but I never paid much attention to rumors. Until that night. I pressed the button for the elevator, the metal doors sliding open with a loud groan. Inside, the air smelled stale, like it hadn't been used in years. The lights flickered faintly, and the buttons looked worn and scratched, almost as if someone or something had clawed at them. I shrugged it off and pressed the button for the ground floor. The elevator lurched downward, slower than usual. Then, abruptly, it stopped between floors. The lights went out completely. I was plunged into darkness, heart pounding. My phone barely illuminated the space, showing nothing but bare metal walls and the faint reflection of my terrified face. At first, I tried calling for help, but no signal. I pressed the emergency button, nothing. Then I heard it, a faint whisper, like someone breathing right next to my ear. "Welcome, you shouldn't be here." I spun around, shining my phone in every corner. Nothing, just the elevator. But the air had changed. It was colder now, heavy, almost suffocating. Then the elevator shook violently, as if an invisible force had grabbed it. I screamed, hitting the buttons desperately, and the lights flickered back on. For a second. That's when I saw the other passengers. Figures standing silently, facing the wall. But when the lights returned, they turned slowly toward me. Hollow eyes, twisted faces, bodies slightly contorted, like they had been trapped in pain for decades. They didn't move closer, but I could feel their attention, their hunger pressing in on me. The elevator lurched again, plummeting slightly. And I realized with horror that the numbers on the panel weren't changing properly. Floor 13, 14. Then the lights flickered, showing a floor number that didn't exist. I pressed the emergency button again, but the whisper returned, louder now, chanting, "Stay, stay forever." Panic took over. I ran to the corner, trying to shield myself from the eyes watching me. The figures began moving, slowly, unnaturally, gliding along the walls, coming closer with every second. Their mouths opened silently, forming words I couldn't hear, but I felt them in my head. "Join us! Join us!" Then the elevator doors opened, again, in darkness. A faint red glow spilled in, illuminating something on the walls, handprints, hundreds of them smeared in blood, clawing toward the ceiling. And through the red haze I could see shadows crawling across the floors, disappearing into the cracks between panels. I pressed random buttons, hoping to stop the ride, to escape. But the elevator obeyed no laws of physics. It twisted and shrank, the walls closing in, crushing me with anticipation. The whispers became screams. The lights flickered violently, showing flashes of other people, ghostly, mutilated, trapped in the elevator forever. I realized this was not a machine. It was a trap, a living, breathing tomb for the souls unlucky enough to ride it at night. Then I felt a hand on my shoulder, cold, hard. I spun around. No one was there, but the reflection in the elevator panel showed my own face, twisted, screaming silently, eyes black, mouth wide. The whisper now was mine. I was repeating the chant without control, "Stay, stay forever." The elevator lurched one last time. When the doors opened, I stumbled out onto the ground floor. The lobby was empty, silent, the normal fluorescent lights humming softly. No sign of the figures, no traces of blood or handprints. Everything looked ordinary. I ran out of the building, gasping, my clothes torn, my hands bruised. The street outside was empty, the city asleep. I told myself it was a nightmare, a hallucination. But deep down, I knew the truth. That elevator waits at night. It waits for anyone foolish enough to ride it alone. And once it notices you, it doesn't just move floors, it moves time, reality, and sometimes it doesn't let you leave. I haven't taken an elevator at night since. I never will. And sometimes, when the wind rattles my apartment windows, I hear it. The faint creak of elevator doors opening, and the whispers calling my name.
Subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon.